Welcome back, friends, to the homestead. It's nice to be back home after, I guess we were on the road for 8 days on the trip to Canada, and then Mrs. W and I, we wound our way back down and got Jack picked up, and he had a good time in Holland. And anyway, it's nice to be back home. You know, that first morning that you wake up and you feel that coolness that you can tell that summer is coming to an end and the fall is coming. Even though it's early in August, I guess maybe it's because we're up so high of an elevation, but it always gets me kind of excited about starting those preparations for winter, right? So we're going to be doing a little forestry today. Behind me, you might be able to see there's two grand firs here. Some people call them white firs. Not to be vulgar, but the local loggers here call them piss firs because when you cut into one, they just pour water out. It's not really a sap, it's more of a water. They're not as nice of a tree as a Doug fir. They're a lot lighter. They're actually really popular for export in this area to the Midwest. Because the truckers can haul so much of it. Once it's dry, it's very, very light, and it's decent framing material. For some reason, something here has been attacking all of our grands, and they're dying at an alarming rate. I was kind of cruised our stand here yesterday and picked out about another dozen or so that are dead and dying. So we've got two right here. We're going to take those down today, get those up and ready to process for firewood. I really don't know what's causing it. We have 4 main trees on the homestead. We have almost a perfect mix of ponderosa pines, Dougs, of course, grands, which are suffering so right now, and the western red cedars. We have planted silvers and sequoias, and those are doing well too. But let's take a look at this. I'll show you what's going on, and then we'll get these processed. These are the 2 grands that we'll take down here. You can see that they are indeed dying. This one's pretty far along. The bark is starting to shed. If you look up there, you'll see that everything is brown and dying. This one over here, this is probably, we're gonna have to take our sign down there and put up a new signpost. This is about a 10-inch in diameter, and this is about a 12-inch in diameter. So what we'll do is we'll lay these down across the bridge. We'll buck those probably in half, and then we'll skid them out here and get them ready to process. The whole world groans and travails under the burden of sin. I was thinking about that as we were making our way through Washington. I saw so many animals that had been killed by cars and roadkill and stuff, and it's sad. You know, sometimes we think that we're the only ones affected by the sin as this old world unwinds or winds down, but the innocents are affected as well. All these animals and trees and wildlife, all these things are suffering. Well, let's do the small one first. We'll lay this one down and then we'll lay its partner down. They have a lean to them there to the east, so they're pretty well straightforward. We shouldn't have to wedge anything. They're sound enough. This one is anyway. Be careful when cutting these old snags. They can be really dangerous. These probably not so much since they've been down, or they haven't been dead that long. Oh, it startled me. A big old lizard under the bark. How you can check is take your axe and give it a strike. Do you hear that sound? If it's rotten inside, you'll hear a hollowness that you won't hear like on a solid bit of wood. Listen to this one. Now listen to the second one. Here it's a little bit livelier. If I hit a green tree, it'll even be more lively. What you want is that snap. You know, imagine kind of the snap of a baseball bat, kind of a higher pitched crack. It's lively. It's got some spring in it. It's got some it resonates. It means it's probably a pretty sound tree. Those rotten ones that will rot from the inside, sometimes they'll just have a core of wood supporting them. And you lay your saw into them and the whole thing can just crumble and come down. It's very, very dangerous. So sound your trees. If they feel solid, then you're probably okay. Heart Racer, what are you doing down here? You're in the danger zone. What are you doing down here? You miss Papa? You say hi to everyone? A faithful dog. Come here, baby girl. Come on. I'm enough to put you in the tractor. Come here. Come here. I don't want you to get hit by a tree. Let's put you in the cab for a minute. You be safe in there.